Right, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to try and finish off the final two sections of component 3, which is your GCSE geography decision making exercise. And to start with, we're going to have a quick look at section C. Now I'm going to recommend that section C you probably spend about 30 minutes on. This is going to be a bit more difficult. There's still a lot of skills questions as we're going to see, but this is going to focus on topic 9, which is consuming energy resources. Okay, now again I'm going to stress the importance of using the resource booklet, because as you can see straight away there are two very straightforward skills questions. Something that tells you to study figure 5, and when you've got figure 5 you've then got to do a bit of numeracy. Calculate the value in dollars of agriculture including palm oil. Answer to 1 decimal place, show your working. Okay, so it's a straightforward, like we've come across on paper 1 and paper 2, numeracy question worth 2. The one below it, find one piece of evidence from figure 5 that shows that Indonesia is an emerging country. We basically, do what it says on the tin. Find something from there that suggests this is an emerging country and quote the evidence. Okay? Quote the data, quote the figure, and explain how you've come to that conclusion. If we then move on, it is asking us to look at figure 7A, 7B and figure 6. We've got 3 photos. A rather strange looking plant, which is oil palm. Now you probably didn't realise what it looked like. I don't think I realised what it looked like, to be honest. And then you've got the products that palm oil is turned into. We've got photographs of rainforest showing clearly rainforest, deforestation, and what looks like it's about to be planted with palm oil. Now because we've previously used the resource booklet, that shouldn't come as a huge surprise. But what it's suggesting we do is explain 2 reasons why rising global demand for the products has led to widespread rainforest loss in Indonesia. Now, it's kind of asking you this question here to link what you know about deforestation and try and link in ideas from the resource. So it is almost starting to get you to apply what you know, pick up the clues from here to enable you to answer this question. They even section it into 1 and 2 so you can clearly explain your reasons. Okay, we've then got figure 8A and figure 8B, which is a series of line graphs over time looking at fossil fuel prices and oil palm prices. Suggests one reason why fossil fuel and palm oil prices often rise together. So again, it's not as straightforward as this appears, this question. You've got to remember what have you done on oil prices in school as part of your geography lessons. You should know something about why oil prices go up and down. But why do you think these 2 things could be linked together? One clear reason, and then try and explain it. Okay? The clue is in connecting the graph, but also applying what you know. Section C is longer, so it moves on to more complex and longer mark questions. We've got another question about this graph, question about fossil fuels and oil prices, which really is going over knowledge and understanding of what you have done in class. And then we move on to our first 8 mark question. Now these are marked on this exam, and we should be quite familiar with this by now. AO4 is skills, there are 4 marks available. AO3 is application, where you actually have to do some thinking and applying and responding to that word there, which says assess. Where are you going to get the skills from? Well, the only place you can actually get the skills from is figure 9. Okay, I don't think that's going to be directly just quoting things from figure 9, but it means using things from figure 9 and analysing what figure 9 is actually showing you. You can't write everything down there on figure 9, but you can select bits. Assess the environmental impacts of exploiting energy resources. And because you've already read the booklet and you've skim read it and highlighted all over it, it is actually quite easy to pick out how energy resources are going to affect the environment. There is nothing to stop you highlighting this particular document, because remember what we said at the start, this is not handed in. Okay, this just gets collected up and the examiner never sees it. So it's perfectly acceptable to highlight all over this. Once I've found 4 impacts or 4 environmental impacts, what I've then got to do is assess them and grade them and put them into some kind of order from worst to least affecting, and why, and link that together and explain it. Okay, I would think about, you know, maybe structuring my answer like that, getting my skills marks in to start with because I found stuff on there, leaving a bit of gap so I can then assess each one and also come to some conclusion. Overall, I think that. Nearly there. Okay, 2 more questions on section C. We have a knowledge and understanding one, so, you know, keep remembering I've got to have revised topic 9. Explain one reason why rising affluence, we've come across that word before, it means wealth, of a country can lead to a reduction in its carbon footprint, 2 marks. And then the last one is another 8-mark question, this time trying to get us to think about bigger 10 reasons why people disagree over who is to blame for deforestation. We've got a series of quotes of different stakeholders, if you like, or people that are involved in deforestation in India or who have an opinion on deforestation in Indonesia, got the wrong country there. What you've then got to sort of think about, you know, same thing, knowledge, application, skills. The only place I'm going to get those skills marks from is here. Can I find 4 different arguments, 4 different groups of people? Why do they think like they do? Who is to blame in their opinion? Why do they hold these views? And then I have to assess those views, assess the reasons. Which reasons do I think are more important? Which reasons do I think are least important? I don't think when there's quotes from people, when there's these sort of statements and speech bubbles, I think it would probably be good practice to actually perhaps quote bits of it to gain my skills mark. This is what the university expert thinks, this is why. Okay, for example, and I'm fairly convinced that English would have taught you how to go over this idea of quoting from a resource. So, although it's geography, apply that skill to this particular question. It does take a little bit longer, section C. It is worth slightly more marks, okay, but it's perfectly manageable. Right, I'll stop there.